You wake up and you already feel completely exhausted today. You stare at the ceiling, dreading the next 16 hours. It feels like your brain is running on empty fumes. You used to have high energy, ambition, and actual goals. Now, just replying to a single email feels like torture. You are suffering from severe burnout, and it is destroying you. But society just tells you to go take a bubble bath, or maybe go touch grass and do some quick yoga. But doing those things never actually fixes the deep exhaustion. By the end of this video, you will have everything. You need to actually cure your burnout and recover completely. Before we fix it, we must understand how burnout works. Your brain is essentially like a smartphone's internal battery percentage. Every time you stress over work, school, or social life, your brain pumps out stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones are meant for short bursts of intense energy, like running away from a massive, hungry tiger in the woods. But in our modern world, the tiger never actually leaves. The tiger is your boss, your deadlines, and your exams. So your battery drains down, pushing you closer to zero. Normally, when you sleep or relax, your battery recharges back. But modern life forces us to keep too many apps open. We are constantly bombarded with notifications, emails, and social media. So your brain never actually enters true deep recovery mode. Even when you try to rest, you are chronically stressed. This leaves your battery at a permanent 1% critical level. You are trapped in survival mode, and it feels miserable. So how do we actually escape this endless exhaustion cycle? Step 1 is to immediately stop doing fake resting activities. Most people think that lying in bed scrolling on TikTok or playing League of Legends for 6 hours is relaxing. But these activities are actually frying your dopamine receptors constantly. Your brain is processing thousands of images, sounds, and emotions. It is the exact opposite of resting your tired mind. You are just replacing work stress with hyper-stimulating digital stress. When I was extremely burnt out, I played video games all day thinking I was giving myself a necessary break, but I ended up feeling even more drained and exhausted. To genuinely recover, you need to practice absolute zero stimulation. Step 2 is what I call the ultimate baseline reset. I realized my brain was desperately begging for absolute silence, so I started doing something that sounds completely insane today. I sat in a chair, stared at a blank wall, and literally did absolutely nothing for 20 minutes straight daily. No phone, no music, no podcast, and definitely no gaming. At first, it feels like actual torture for your tired brain. Your mind will scream for an instant cheap dopamine hit. But after a few days, your nervous system finally calms down. You allow your battery to actually charge past 1%. Step 3 is creating your minimum viable action plan immediately. When you are severely burnt out, looking at your schedule feels like staring at a massive, unbeatable final boss fight. The trick is to stop trying to do absolutely everything. You need to lower your expectations to the absolute minimum. Pick only 1 or 2 tiny tasks to accomplish today. It could literally be as simple as making your bed, or taking a shower and putting on some clean clothes. If you try to jump back into a 10-hour grind, you will instantly crash and end up back in bed. By completing just one tiny, ridiculous micro-task every single day, you slowly rebuild trust and momentum within your own mind. Step 4 is detaching your self-worth from your daily productivity. The main reason we get trapped in this deep burnout cycle is because society conditioned us to feel completely worthless unless we are constantly working, grinding, or producing something of value. When you are burnt out, you feel intense, crushing guilt. You constantly beat yourself up for being lazy and falling behind. But attacking yourself mentally only drains your battery even faster. You have to accept that your body is physically forcing you to shut down because you abused its limits for way too long. Forgive yourself for needing a serious break from the endless grind. You are a human being, not a highly optimized factory machine. If your friend was sick, you wouldn't scream at them to work. So stop treating yourself like absolute garbage when you are tired. Step 5 is slowly reintroducing healthy resistance into your life. Once you have rested and stopped punishing yourself with heavy guilt, your natural energy levels will naturally start to creep back up. but do not immediately run back to your old toxic habits. Instead, choose a healthy struggle to build your discipline slowly. Go for a light walk outside, lift some weights, or read. Choose activities that give you a slow, fulfilling, and lasting dopamine release. Burnout is not a permanent disease that you cannot escape from. It is simply your body's ultimate alarm system telling you to change. Stop grinding yourself into the dirt just to impress absolute strangers. Take back full control of your time, protect your mental peace, and rebuild your life one small, boring, consistent step at a time. You can achieve truly amazing things when your battery is fully charged. I really hope you learned something extremely useful from this entire video. Subscribe right now if you actually want to keep improving yourself.